The summer season has come to an end at the box office. Our film critic Erik Childress has been on the scene for us. Erik, the theater box offices rang up a total of $3.6 billion for the summer. What films made the blockbuster list?
Well, the big winner may have been movie theaters, who were being told all through the month of May by Chicken Little pundits to pack up because the streaming revolution was taking over. Instead, a double strike-affected movie season has come within just $400 million of last year's total. Now, that is not bad at all, and let's look at who was mainly responsible for that. Now, the big winner of the season and probably the year was Disney Pixar's Inside Out 2. With over $650 million domestic and $1.65 billion worldwide, it became one of the 10 highest-grossing films of all time on both fronts and the highest-grossing animated film ever. Also joining the party late this summer was another Disney entry, Deadpool and Wolverine, which has spent 5 of its first 6 weeks at #1, became the 16th film to gross over $600 million domestic, and is now in the top 25 films ever worldwide. Now, another huge animated success came out in July, and that was Universal and Illumination's Despicable Me 4, showing no signs of its franchise slowing down, posting over $355 million domestic and over $900 million worldwide.
Now, under the box office flops.
Now, Sony had one of those flops too, and it was Fly Me to the Moon with Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum. George Miller's Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, was a huge disappointment this summer for those of us who thought it was the best film of the season. $67 million domestic, $172 million worldwide on a $168 million budget. Now, also released by Warner Brothers, Miller is no stranger to box office losses, but his resume speaks for itself. Now, finally, Lionsgate did make this list, and it was right at the top with Borderlands, the long-delayed video game adaptation by Eli Roth, which made a mere $31 million worldwide, not good on a budget reported as high as $120 million.
This weekend, the sequel to Beetlejuice debuts. What can you tell us?
Yes, Beetlejuice, don't say the name 3 times, has finally been made by Tim Burton after his sophomore effort debuted in 1988. It reunites Winona Ryder and Catherine O'Hara with Michael Keaton as the infamous bio-exorcist from the underworld. Now, reviews of the film since its premiere in Venice last week have been polite at best, but this is certainly one that the fans will drive until they have the final word on its quality. We are certainly on the verge of seeing one of the biggest September openings of all time. Maybe not quite as high as The Clown from the Sewer and Stephen King's It, which opened over $123 million, but I don't rule out the possibility it could still best It Chapter 2 start of $91 million. Now, we've seen these nostalgia legacies bring back new generations to the theaters as well as their parents, as with Jurassic World, Top Gun Maverick, and this summer's Twisters, which began with $80 million, and that was only a 28 years in the making sequel. We'll see how Beetlejuice does after 36 years. Now, I'm headed to the Toronto Film Festival today, so I'll have a lot of recommendations for you next week, but I understand you have one today, Angie.
I feel compelled to mention a film I have already seen twice. It's called The Forge. Here's a quick look.
Son, but I'm giving you 1 month to find a job, or you can find one of your little friends that's gonna let you sleep on their couch for free.
A big part of becoming a man is showing up. Can you do that, Isaiah?
Yes, this film is faith-based, but there's a really terrific business lesson tucked inside. And if you have teenagers in this house, definitely bring them. If you know a teenager or a young person, bring them. Parts will make you laugh. Some people cry, but this film is not to be missed if you need some hope or just a feel-good moment in your life right now.
Thanks for that, Angie.
Thank you, Erik. Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.